Have you ever wondered why, as we age, our bodies start to feel different, and certain activities become more challenging? Are you finding yourself or a loved one experiencing pain after something as simple as a walk? You're not alone. Many elderly people face these challenges, but the good news is, there are ways to stay healthy and active well into your golden years. In this video, we're going to explore why joint pain and other age-related issues occur, and what you can do about them. You'll learn how walking, when done correctly, can still be a powerful tool for maintaining your health, especially after the age of 70. But we're also going to share with you the two other activities that are just as important to stay in good shape, activities that you can easily integrate into your daily routine. By watching till the end, you'll understand the simple yet powerful habits that can help you not only reduce pain but also improve your overall health. Plus, we'll give you some crucial tips on what to avoid and how to make sure you're doing everything right to protect your joints and keep your body functioning at its best. So, if you want to learn how to walk pain-free, strengthen your body, and live a healthier, happier life as you age, keep watching. You won't want to miss this valuable advice. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Now, let's begin. Grandpa's son had always been proud of his physical resilience. For years, he walked every morning without fail, feeling the cool air on his face, the rhythm of his steps grounding him in a world that constantly rushed forward. Walking wasn't just exercise, it was his sacred ritual, a meditative time that brought clarity to his thoughts, allowing him to process his day, his life, and the many changes that came with aging. But lately, something had shifted. There was discomfort, a nagging, almost imperceptible pain in his knees that, at first, seemed to come and go without much notice. He shrugged it off, thinking it was nothing more than a fleeting ache. After all, walking had been his companion for so long, and it was hard to imagine his body betraying him now, after so many years of faithful movement. But one fateful morning, as the sun barely peeked over the horizon and he set out on his usual route, the pain returned, sharper this time. It was a persistent discomfort that refused to be ignored, settling into his knees like a burden he didn't recognize. He slowed his pace, trying to push through it, but it only worsened. Something deep within him, the part of him that had always been strong, that had weathered every storm, whispered that it was time to stop. He turned around and headed back home, each step feeling heavier than the last. By the time he reached the door, he was exhausted, not just physically but emotionally as well. He sank onto the sofa, the pain still throbbing in his knees, and instinctively began rubbing them, as if the simple act of touch could bring some relief. As he sat there, a sense of unease washed over him. "Am I getting old?" he thought, his heart heavy with the thought. "My body isn't what it used to be. It's starting to show." The once immovable walls of his youthful vigor seemed to be crumbling, and he couldn't help but feel a quiet sadness creeping in. How many more mornings would he wake up to a body that felt like a stranger? He stared at his hands, calloused from years of work, and wondered how long they would continue to serve him the way they had in the past. The thought of slowing down, of surrendering to the aging process, felt foreign, almost unbearable. Grandpa, upon hearing about his son's discomfort, immediately took charge, insisting that a doctor's visit was necessary. Though Grandpa himself was no stranger to the aches and pains that came with age, he could not bear to see his son in this state of uncertainty. They arrived at the hospital, the sterile smell of antiseptic filling the air as they walked through the doors. Grandpa's son sat quietly in the waiting room, fidgeting nervously. He was no stranger to doctors and hospitals, but this time, something felt different. This wasn't just a checkup, it was a confrontation with his mortality. The doctor, a kind man with a gentle voice, listened patiently to his concerns and examined him with a level of care that brought a small measure of comfort. The doctor's understanding expression gave him the reassurance he needed, even before the diagnosis was made. After a thorough assessment, the doctor shared his findings, speaking in a calm and compassionate tone. As we age, our joints undergo a natural process of wear and tear. The cartilage that cushions the bones in the knees gradually breaks down over time, and walking, something you've done so regularly, can place additional strain on these delicate joints. It's not uncommon for people in their later years to experience discomfort like this. Grandpa's son listened intently, a mixture of relief and frustration bubbling within him. At least now he knew the cause of his pain, but that didn't make it any easier to accept. He sat there in silence for a moment, processing the doctor's words. "I've been walking every day for so long," he said softly, as if speaking to himself. "It's part of who I am. What am I supposed to do now? How can I just stop?" His voice trembled, revealing the vulnerability he so often kept hidden behind his stoic demeanor. The idea of altering his routine, of reducing something that had been such a central part of his life, felt like a loss, one that he wasn't sure he was ready to face. The doctor, sensing his distress, smiled warmly, his eyes crinkling with kindness. "You don't have to stop walking entirely," he said reassuringly. "You simply need to find a balance. Moderation is the key. Walking is still a wonderful form of exercise, but it's important to listen to your body and adjust as needed. And beyond that, two other things become increasingly important as we age. Things that can help keep you healthy and strong, even when your knees aren't quite as cooperative as they used to be." The doctor's words were gentle, yet firm, offering a sense of hope amidst the uncertainty. Grandpa's son left the clinic feeling both lighter and more conflicted. He didn't have all the answers, but he knew that accepting change was a necessary part of life. Maybe it wasn't about walking less. Maybe it was about walking in a way that allowed him to continue enjoying the activity he loved, without sacrificing his health. At that moment, he realized that aging didn't have to mean losing everything. It simply meant adjusting and finding new ways to cherish the things that mattered. He could walk in moderation, sure, but he could also embrace other forms of self-care, finding joy in the small things, just as he always had. The journey might be slower now, but that didn't mean it couldn't still be full of beauty. He could already feel the peace that came with this newfound understanding, and he promised himself that he would face the future with grace, taking each step, literally and figuratively, at his own pace. Firstly, why does the body become prone to problems after 70? As people enter their 70s, many find that their once vibrant health begins to slowly deteriorate, and the body, which has faithfully carried them through decades of life, starts to feel fragile and vulnerable. For some, this decline happens almost suddenly, as if the body has quietly been fighting a losing battle against time. It's a reality that many are not prepared for, the realization that aging comes with an inevitable set of challenges. Some elderly individuals even face unexpected deaths, catching their families and friends off guard. It raises a painful question. Why does this happen? The answer is a complex interplay of biological factors, including genetics, the weakening of the immune system, and the onset of chronic diseases that have been silently developing over the years. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Genetics, for example, plays a foundational role in determining how a person will age. The genes inherited from our parents influence everything from how well our bodies repair themselves to how effectively we fight off illness. However, while some are fortunate to have genetic traits that allow them to age gracefully, for many, the years bring unavoidable challenges. The immune system, one of the body's most important defenses against disease, begins to decline as we age, becoming less efficient in protecting us from infections, viruses, and other health threats. This decline in immune function makes older adults more susceptible to a variety of illnesses, some of which can take a serious toll on their quality of life. In addition to this, chronic diseases that may have developed slowly over the years, such as heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis, often begin to manifest more aggressively in the 70s. These long-term conditions, which may have been manageable in younger years, now become more difficult to control and can lead to debilitating symptoms. The body's ability to heal itself becomes significantly reduced, meaning that even minor ailments can spiral into serious issues if not managed carefully. It's a hard reality to face, especially for those who have spent their lives feeling strong and healthy. The emotional weight of this process is not just felt by the elderly but by their loved ones as well. Watching someone you care about gradually lose their independence, or face illness that seems relentless, is heart-wrenching. It can feel as though time is slipping through your fingers, and no matter how much we wish to turn back the clock, we are powerless to stop the inevitable. Aging, despite being a natural part of life, comes with a profound sense of loss, a loss of vitality, mobility, and sometimes even a loss of self. Yet, amidst the decline, there is also resilience. The elderly often show a remarkable strength of spirit, facing the challenges of aging with dignity and courage. Their lives, lived with years of experience and wisdom, remind us of the value of every day we are given, and how precious it is to take care of ourselves and those we love. Aging may challenge the body, but it is also a reminder of the beauty and fragility of life. It teaches us to appreciate the small moments, to find joy in simple pleasures, and to cherish the connections we share with others. Ultimately, it is a process that we all must go through, and the more we understand it, the more we can support the elderly with kindness, empathy, and compassion. Let us not only focus on the health challenges they face, but also honor their strength, resilience, and the wisdom they carry with them. Secondly, unhealthy lifestyles such as poor sleep, exercise, and dietary habits accelerate physical decline. Unhealthy lifestyles, unfortunately, are all too common in the elderly population, and they contribute significantly to the rapid physical decline many experience. Poor sleep habits, sedentary behavior, and inadequate nutrition are major culprits that rob the elderly of the vitality they deserve in their later years. It's heartbreaking to think that something as simple as a poor night's sleep or an unbalanced diet can cause a ripple effect on the body, accelerating the aging process and making everyday activities increasingly difficult. Sleep, for instance, is vital for the body to repair and rejuvenate itself, yet many elderly individuals suffer from insomnia or disrupted sleep cycles, unknowingly depriving their bodies of the healing they so desperately need. Similarly, the sedentary lifestyle that many elderly people adopt, often due to physical limitations, lack of motivation, or even a sense of resignation, only deepens the cycle of physical decline. Exercise is a cornerstone of good health, yet a single form of exercise, such as long-term walking, can have adverse effects if done excessively without balance. Prolonged walking can cause strain on the joints, leading to chronic pain, inflammation, and even severe issues like osteoarthritis. This neglect of proper exercise routines often stems from misinformation or a lack of awareness. I find it incredibly disheartening that elderly people may unknowingly subject themselves to physical harm by sticking to just one form of movement, believing they are doing their best without understanding the risks. If only there were more guidance available, more balanced approaches that could help elderly people preserve their mobility and dignity as they age. But physical decline is not the only danger the elderly face. Psychological factors such as loneliness, isolation, and depression often play a pivotal role in exacerbating the physical challenges they face. The psychological well-being of elderly individuals is frequently overlooked in the focus on physical health, but this is a grave mistake. When someone feels alone, abandoned, or disconnected from society, it can have a profound impact on their mental health. The absence of positive social interactions, companionship, and emotional support can cause feelings of worthlessness and despair, which then spiral into physical ailments. Depression, for example, can lead to fatigue, weight changes, and even weakened immunity, making the body more susceptible to diseases. The emotional toll is not only heart-wrenching but also physically debilitating. From personal experience, I have seen elderly people who, when surrounded by loved ones, suddenly seem to bloom with joy and vitality, as if the mere presence of positive energy revitalizes them in ways medicine cannot. It is so incredibly moving to witness this transformation, and it reinforces the belief that mental health support is just as essential as physical care for older adults. No one should have to face their later years feeling isolated or forgotten. Furthermore, economic and medical factors create an additional layer of struggle for the elderly. often leaving them in a precarious position where they must choose between meeting basic needs and maintaining their health. Economic difficulties, such as limited retirement savings or a lack of affordable healthcare options, can force the elderly to neglect their health issues. It's a cruel reality that many elderly people, living on fixed incomes or facing financial hardships, are unable to afford necessary medications, doctor visits, or even basic preventive care. This leads to worsening conditions, unnecessary suffering, and sometimes irreversible damage to their health. The lack of resources can also create a cycle of frustration and helplessness, where elderly individuals feel they have no choice but to endure their ailments in silence. Moreover, the misuse of medications, whether due to confusion, lack of proper guidance, or drug side effects, can make their condition worse, sometimes even triggering new health problems. This is something that deeply saddens me, as I believe every elderly person deserves access to the care and resources they need to live their final years with dignity, comfort, and health. It is not only the absence of resources but also the general lack of empathy and understanding from society that worsens the situation. There is a tendency to overlook the needs of the elderly, to push them aside, assuming they are no longer contributing to society or that their struggles are simply a part of the aging process. Yet, in truth, aging should never be seen as a burden, and the elderly are deserving of the same compassion and care that any other person would seek. I feel so strongly that society must make a concerted effort to address these issues, educating families and communities about proper care, improving access to healthcare, providing affordable and effective medications, and, perhaps most importantly, fostering emotional and psychological support systems for the elderly. The true measure of a society's compassion is how it cares for its most vulnerable, and we must do better to ensure that our elderly population is not neglected, abandoned, or forced to suffer in silence. Ultimately, the key to improving the lives of the elderly lies in a holistic approach that addresses not just their physical ailments but also their emotional, psychological, and economic needs. It's about understanding that every elderly person is a complex individual who deserves comprehensive care, respect, and love. By working together, we can create a society where aging is not feared or stigmatized but is instead celebrated, with all the respect and dignity it deserves. It's time for us to take responsibility for the well-being of our elderly population and show them the kindness and care they have earned through a lifetime of experiences. Thirdly, the benefits of walking for the elderly are particularly significant, especially in enhancing cardiovascular function. As we age, maintaining health becomes increasingly important, and walking serves as one of the most accessible and effective forms of exercise. The positive impacts of walking extend far beyond just physical fitness. It contributes significantly to the overall well-being of elderly individuals, enhancing both their quality of life and longevity. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. When elderly individuals walk, the gentle motion increases their heart rate, but not in a stressful or overwhelming way. Over time, this gradual increase strengthens the heart's pumping ability, which in turn improves cardiovascular function. The cardiovascular benefits of walking are profound, especially since heart disease and hypertension are among the most common health risks in older age. Walking acts as a preventive measure, reducing the risk of these potentially deadly diseases. The thought of elderly individuals, often those we love and cherish, being able to walk their way to better heart health is incredibly comforting. It's an investment in their long-term vitality, and a way to give them the gift of peace of mind, knowing they are doing something so simple yet so powerful to protect their hearts. As the years pass, muscle strength and endurance tend to decline, which can limit mobility and independence. However, walking is a remarkably gentle exercise that remains effective in strengthening muscles, especially in the legs and buttocks. With each step, walking helps counteract the effects of muscle loss, giving elderly individuals the strength they need to maintain balance, stability, and independence. Furthermore, walking stimulates bone growth, which is crucial as bone density naturally decreases with age, leading to conditions like osteoporosis. By increasing bone density, walking can significantly reduce the risk of fractures and bone-related injuries, which can often lead to further complications for the elderly. The fact that something as simple as walking can help maintain bone health is nothing short of a miracle for older individuals. The benefits of walking aren't just limited to muscles and bones, they extend to digestive health as well. The rhythmic motion of walking helps stimulate the gastrointestinal system, encouraging the smooth movement of food through the intestines. This is particularly important for the elderly, who may experience slower digestion or constipation as they age. By promoting better gastrointestinal motility, walking helps reduce common digestive issues, making it a natural remedy for discomfort and bloating. It's often easy to overlook the connection between movement and digestive health, but the positive impact walking has on the digestive system is an essential part of elderly wellness. Additionally, walking is an excellent way to boost metabolism and support overall metabolic function. As metabolism tends to slow down with age, maintaining a healthy metabolism becomes more challenging, but walking helps keep the body's processes running efficiently. By enhancing metabolism, walking aids in maintaining a healthy weight and regulating blood sugar levels, which can help manage and even prevent conditions like diabetes. When you think about the elderly and the impact diabetes can have on their lives, it's clear that regular walking can play a key role in preventing this silent, often debilitating condition. Beyond the physical benefits, walking is also a powerful tool for emotional and mental health. A regular walking routine helps regulate the body's internal rhythms, encouraging deeper, more restful sleep. Sleep is so crucial for the elderly. Adequate rest not only restores physical energy but also supports cognitive function and emotional stability. It's heartbreaking to see elderly people struggle with sleepless nights, as this can lead to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and even depression. But walking, with its calming effects, can help restore the natural sleep cycle and provide the deep, restorative rest that the elderly need. The power of walking to improve sleep is something that cannot be underestimated. It is a form of self-care that touches almost every aspect of health. In my personal view, walking is more than just a physical exercise. It's a gift. It's a gift of independence, of health, and of connection to the world around us. As elderly individuals take their walks, whether through a quiet neighborhood or a bustling park, they are not just improving their bodies, they are reconnecting with the world in a meaningful way. Each step taken is a reminder of their strength, their resilience, and their capacity to thrive, no matter the challenges they face. It's a beautiful sight to see someone, perhaps a grandparent or a loved one, taking a walk with joy in their heart, feeling the warmth of the sun or the cool breeze against their face. There is something so empowering about witnessing their independence and sense of purpose, knowing that something as simple as walking is providing them with so much. Walking also promotes social connection. It's easy to forget how isolation can affect the elderly, especially when mobility becomes a challenge. But a simple walk can open doors to social interaction, whether it's a chat with a neighbor or a friendly wave to a passerby. These moments of connection enrich the lives of seniors and remind them that they are still an important part of the community. Walking helps break the silence and monotony that sometimes accompany old age, offering moments of joy, laughter, and companionship. Walking, at its core, is a quiet yet powerful act of self-care. It's a commitment to one's health, a promise to keep moving forward, and a way to embrace the beauty of life, step by step. It is a lifeline for the elderly, a means to not only preserve their physical health but also nourish their emotional and mental well-being. When I think about the elderly in my life, I am filled with a sense of hope, knowing that something as simple as walking can provide them with better health, greater happiness, and more meaningful connections. Walking isn't just an exercise. It's a life-enhancing practice that has the potential to make old age a time of vitality, joy, and fulfillment. It's a powerful reminder that we are never too old to take a step toward better health and a brighter future. Fourth, walk less and do more of these two things after 70 years old. As we age, our bodies and minds undergo significant changes, and it becomes crucial to adapt our habits to preserve both physical and mental well-being. While walking remains one of the most accessible and beneficial forms of exercise, the way we approach it must evolve, especially as we cross the 70-year milestone. Although walking is undoubtedly valuable for maintaining good health, it's important to acknowledge that the needs of our bodies change as we age, and walking, like any physical activity, should be carefully adjusted to accommodate personal health conditions. For those over 70, while walking is certainly beneficial when possible, it's essential to incorporate other key practices into daily life to support overall health and longevity. First and foremost, the importance of a balanced diet cannot be overstated. As we grow older, our physical functions slow down, and our metabolism naturally changes, leading to altered nutritional needs. What we eat becomes even more significant in maintaining good health as we age. A healthy, well-balanced diet ensures that we are providing our bodies with the nutrients they need to stay strong, energized, and resilient against illness. For elderly individuals, the importance of a diet rich in protein cannot be emphasized enough. Protein plays an essential role in preserving muscle mass, helping the body repair tissues, and supporting a healthy immune system. Unfortunately, many older adults may not get enough protein, but it is vital for maintaining physical strength and preventing muscle loss. High-quality sources of protein, such as fish, poultry, eggs, dairy products, and soy-based foods, should be regularly included in the diet. These foods not only provide the necessary building blocks for a healthy body, but also contribute to overall vitality and wellness. Beyond protein, vitamins and minerals are equally critical to sustaining good health in older age. Fresh vegetables, fruits, and whole grains are packed with essential nutrients like fiber, vitamins A and C, and antioxidants, which help protect against chronic diseases and inflammation. With age, the body's ability to absorb certain nutrients may decline, making it even more important to focus on nutrient-dense foods that are easily absorbed. Moreover, reducing the intake of excess salt, sugar, and saturated fats is crucial for preventing heart disease, diabetes, and other chronic conditions that can become more prevalent with age. I cannot stress enough how essential it is to eat mindfully, thinking about what we put into our bodies not just for taste but for the long-term health benefits. It's not just about avoiding illness, but about actively choosing a diet that supports vitality and the ability to enjoy life to its fullest. Equally important to our physical health is the need to engage in regular mental activities. Aging often brings changes to our cognitive abilities, and while some decline is natural, it is not inevitable for everyone. With the right mental stimulation, we can keep our minds sharp, delay cognitive decline, and even enhance brain functions as we grow older. Mental activities such as reading, writing, playing musical instruments, painting, or learning new hobbies help keep the brain active and engaged. These activities stimulate the brain's cortex, enhancing memory and cognitive abilities. But there's also another beautiful benefit. Engaging in such hobbies can bring great joy, reduce feelings of anxiety, and provide a sense of accomplishment. I believe that finding joy in these activities is essential. They give us a chance to express ourselves, to create, and to remain curious about the world around us, regardless of our age. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Social interaction plays a vital role in mental health as well. For elderly people, maintaining social connections and participating in community activities can significantly reduce feelings of isolation, loneliness, and depression. Volunteering or participating in group activities provides opportunities to build relationships, exercise social skills, and maintain a sense of purpose. When we share experiences with others, our sense of self-worth grows. The interactions, the friendships, and the mutual support within communities all serve to enrich our lives and prevent the social isolation that can often accompany aging. The key is not just to stay busy, but to stay connected. Communication, empathy, and the feeling of being needed are not only essential for emotional well-being, but they can help prevent many of the mental challenges that come with aging. While physical and mental health are paramount, it's important to approach walking after the age of 70 with particular care. As our physical strength naturally declines, certain precautions must be taken when engaging in any form of exercise. Walking, as simple and accessible as it may seem, can still pose risks if done improperly or excessively. One of the most common misconceptions is that walking 10,000 steps a day is the gold standard of health. However, this number is not universally appropriate. Not everyone's body is capable of sustaining such a goal, especially as we age. For some, it may place too much strain on the joints, bones, and cardiovascular system. Walking too much can increase the risk of arthritis, inflammation, and muscle injuries. It's essential to listen to our bodies and adjust the goal to what feels comfortable and sustainable. I believe that a range of 7,000 to 8,000 steps a day is a healthier, more achievable target, but it's ultimately up to each individual to gauge their physical limits. Equally important is maintaining the correct walking posture. Many elderly people may not be aware that posture plays a significant role in ensuring safety and reducing strain on the body. Keeping the chest up, the head held high, and swinging the arms naturally are all part of good walking form that helps improve coordination and balance. Incorrect posture, such as walking with the hands behind the back or taking overly large steps, can lead to falls or joint injuries. Proper posture not only prevents injury but also helps the elderly feel more confident and graceful while walking. It's something that, when done mindfully, can make a huge difference in both physical comfort and emotional well-being. Finally, it's critical to avoid sudden stops while walking. Our bodies are not always equipped to handle abrupt changes in motion, especially as we age. Suddenly halting can cause dizziness, disorientation, or even falls. I recommend slowing down gradually at the end of a walk, much like how we would warm up slowly at the beginning. This gradual approach to starting and stopping movement ensures the body remains balanced and prevents sudden, jarring motions that can lead to injury. The body, like any well-oiled machine, needs time to adjust to changes in activity, and slowing down allows us to take care of ourselves properly. Ultimately, the journey of aging is unique for every individual, and each person's health needs will differ. This is why it's so important for the elderly to take a personalized approach to their physical and mental health. We all must find a balance between activity and rest, between nourishing our bodies and minds. The goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live well. A well-maintained body and mind allow us to not only prolong life but to enjoy it in its fullest capacity. Every small effort to nurture ourselves physically and emotionally will pay off, leading to a richer, more meaningful life, no matter our age. Let's continue to prioritize health, cherish each moment, and take joy in the simple, yet profound, pleasures of life. Thank you for watching. I hope you've gained valuable insights into how to maintain a healthy and fulfilling life as we age. From understanding the importance of a balanced diet and mental activities to learning how to walk safely and mindfully after 70, it's clear that taking care of both our body and mind is essential. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far, and which one of these tips will you bring into practice in your own life? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful content like this. Thank you again for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you.